Let's start modeling the roof of the car. So as usual, we're going to bring back the guide meshes. Now we're going to take this guide mesh here, duplicate it, and let's take that and move it into the vehicles collection. Now we can go ahead and then disable the guide meshes collection here. Now let's take this guide mesh we just duplicated. Then just like we did with the other panels, we're going to take this piece right here. Let's take everything. Let me zoom in so I can see what I'm selecting. So all of this, let me move here as well. Yeah, and let's take this one as well. So Shift and D to duplicate and P to separate the selection. Now let's take that new one. Now we're just going to take everything and press M, and we're going to merge at the center. Now let me just get here and take everything below and delete it. Now let's take the guide mesh and delete all the unnecessary vertices we don't need here. So I'm going to take all of these. Let me take all of these first. Let's deselect this and delete that. And I'm going to take this as well and delete it. Now let's take everything else we have on the back. And then let's delete those as well. Now let me get into camera view here. I think for this one, I'm going to end it somewhere around here. So let me just take all of this and delete everything we have on the front for now. Now let's make our way here. Let me get to the top view. I'm going to press G twice and then C and then slide it beyond where it is. Now let's take that new edge we created. I'm going to use that to cut through this mesh. Now let's just take the edge we just created and go into edit mode. Let's take everything, press G and then Z and move it down. Now let's delete the subdivision surface modifier and the shrinkwrap modifier. And let's extrude this up in the Z axis, like so. Alright, now we can take this and then let's add in a Boolean modifier and then select the target to be the mesh we just created. Let's switch between the two modes and see which one works well. Alright, so we can go with any of them. Now let's take this and drop the subdivision level down to a 2. Then let me just enable fast here. I think that should make things look much better. Alright, now we can go ahead and apply the Boolean modifier. And we can take this Boolean and move it into the backups collection. Now let's take this. Let's select everything we have here. Top and the bottom. Now let's delete the vertices. Now let's get here, take all of this, delete the vertices. Then delete this one as well. Let's get into full screen here and see how we can clean things up. Alright, let me select this as well and let's go into edit mode. So I'm going to take this. I think I'm going to have to merge it to this vertex we have here. So I'm going to take this and then that and then merge at last. We need extra vertices in this area, but I think I'm going to dissolve these ones. We don't need those. Let me merge this to this one right here and then merge this to that. Same over here and same over here and same over here. I'm going to dissolve this vertex. Now let's take everything we have here, except that one. Let's press G twice and slide it to the left a bit to about somewhere there. Very nice. I'm going to put one more in the middle here so I can join it to this one. I'm going to put one more here as well so I can join it to this one. Alright, now let me take the whole thing. I think we have a double vertex here. So I'm going to take this and merge it to the last one. We should have one below as well. So I'm going to take this and merge it to the last one here. Alright, I'm just going to slide this in. Let's take the whole thing now. We have a double vertex here as well. So let's take this and merge it to the last one here. I think we have one more here as well. Let's do that. So merge at last. I think that should be... okay, yeah, we still have one here. So you just have to make sure there are no double vertices and it should select all the way through. You can see we still have one here. So merge at last. Hopefully that's the only one. Nope, still have one more. So this and then that, merge at last. Let me check here just to make sure. Yep. Alright, now we can take the whole thing and let's press G twice and then slide it back to about somewhere around here. That should be good for now. Maybe a little bit more. I'm just going to slide it back. Alright, let's get back into camera view and I'm going to switch to this view right here. Now we're going to add in supporting edge loops for these ridges we have over here. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Let me just take this one, slide it to the middle here. And I'm going to take this and slide it to about somewhere here. Now let me take this and let's slide this to about there. Now we take this, slide it to the middle, take that, slide it to about here, take this, slide it to about there. I want to put one directly in the middle like that. Now let's get over into top view and let's see if we can create this gap we have over here. So I'm going to take all of this. Now let me slide it to the left, press E and then F to align with the right, and I'm going to move it back into position to around here. Now let's just take both of them, go into edit mode, take this, I'm going to hit Ctrl B to bevel this and give it the same amount of space as we have at the top, so something like that. Now let me get back into camera view. Now let's switch the angle to something else like this one right here. So let's see if we can create the gap over here for this cutout as well. So I'm going to take everything we have over here. Let me get to the top view. Now I want to make this the active element. Let me get to this camera view again, see what we got. Let me take it from here to about there. Now let me get into camera view again. Slide it forward to around here. Deselect this. Slide this forward to around here. Deselect this. And then slide this to about there, like so. Let's take this and slide this forward a bit as well. Alright, now let's take the whole thing we have from here to there. Let's get to the top view. I want to press S and then Y and type in 0 to make sure that edge is straight. Now let me get back into that angle here. I'm going to press Ctrl and R3 here. And I'm going to press E and then F, align with the one at the back, and keep the gap the same thing as the one we have over in the middle here. So I'm going to move it to around here until this area looks like a square. Get into side view. I'm going to end this one somewhere around here. So just like we did with this, I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to take this, let me just slide it back a bit. Take this, slide it forward, slide this back a little bit. Maybe let's keep it forward. Let me see if I can make these ones straight. So I'm going to take all of these, S and then Y, and then type in 0. I'm not sure if that is working, but I think it is. Let's get back into camera view. Take this, slide this here. You know what? Let's just take the whole thing. Let's just scale it in the y-axis and type in 0. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, much better. Let me do that one more time. Much better. All right, now we can take the whole thing and then delete the vertices. Now let's go ahead and add in supporting edge loops. So I'm going to add one in here. I'm going to press E and move it to around somewhere there, like that. Let's add one in the back here as well. For this one, I'm going to move it to around somewhere here. Now let's add one down here as well. So first of all, let's get into camera view. Make sure it is aligned in this view. Now let's go ahead and add in the supporting edge loop in that area as well. Press E and then move it to around there. All right, now we can go ahead and delete the gaps in here. So delete faces. I'm going to do the same thing here. Delete faces. Now let's go ahead and add in supporting edge loops. So Ctrl and R3 here, press E and then F, move it to around there. We could have added it in before deleting the faces. All right, let's add the same thing on the back here. Do the same thing there. And then let's do the same thing here. Same thing here. I'm going to do the same thing here. And the same exact thing here. All right, now let's take a look at this area here. Let me get into camera view and somewhat into the top view. If we take a look at this area, you can see we have a lip that is kind of bending down a little bit in this area. So it kind of slips down before touching this piece we have over here. So let's try and then achieve that. So let's take this and I'm going to slide it back to about somewhere around here. Now let me take this one right here, this edge. I'm going to press G and then Z and move it down just a little bit, not so much. So something like so should be good. Now let's add in supporting edge loop to define that edge a bit more. So one here and one at the top here as well. I'm going to add one more down here and that should be good. Now let's go ahead and create the ridges we have in the middle here. So I'm going to go into edit mode. Now let me get out of camera view. Let's just check where it ends, where it begins and ends. So this one ends almost at the edge here. This one also ends almost at the edge. It's only the middle one that is around the middle. So I'm just going to take this edge here and then the whole thing. And then let's just slide it to about where it ends. So to about somewhere around here. And let's put one in the middle here. All right. So we know this is where that one ends. Let me get into camera view. Let's get to this view right here. I'm just going to press Ctrl and R3 here. Press E and then F and move it to around somewhere there. Now we can go ahead and start creating the ridges. Let me go ahead and adding an extra edge over in here like so. Now let me add one in the back here as well. So something like that. Now let me just take all of these faces here and then there and then also this side. And then we're going to hit I to insert faces, hit Control B to disable boundary. I'm going to insert it to around somewhere around here. I think should be good. Now let's press G and then Z and move this up to about somewhere here. Not so much, just a little bit like so. I think I'm going to move this ones out a bit more. So all of these, I'm going to move it in the x-axis just a little bit like so. Very nice. And I'm going to press Ctrl and R to support the edges on both sides. Now let me just take this, all of these, and then let's slide it forward so we can soften that area a bit. And then for the back here, we're going to send it back a lot to soften it even more. And I'm going to do the same thing here, send it back to about there. Now let's just put 2 in the middle of each of them. Just one more in here and we're good. Now let's go ahead and adding the shrinkwrap modifier. So shrinkwrap modifier. And then let's set the target to be the roof guide mesh. Now it's time to define the vertex group that is going to be affected by the shrinkwrap modifier. So let's go into edit mode and go over into the object data properties here, add in a new vertex group, and let's start defining. So I'm going to get in here. I'm going to take everything here. Now we can start deselecting. Well, first of all, let's take all of these. So from here to here, from here to there, and then from here to there. And let's hide those. Now we can take everything else, get out of this view, and then assign, hit Alt and H, and then remove. Let's get to the modifier tab now, and then adding the vertex group, and that should define it very nicely for us. Now I'm going to press Ctrl and R through here and define this corner a bit more. So something like so. I think I'm going to do the same thing here, something like that. Oh, we have a bit of a problem here. Let me take this whole thing, delete the faces. Let me hide this, press Ctrl and R through here, hit Alt and H, and then merge this to the last one here, and we should be good to go. Let me take this one and delete the edge we have below, and then add another one up on top, just so we have a nice gap in here. All right, very nice. Now the last thing we're going to do is to add in a solidify modifier. As usual, we're going to set the thickness to 0.05, apply rotation and scale, duplicate, and then set that to half the value, so 0.25. Remember to enable even thickness and only rim on both modifiers. Now let's go ahead and apply the first one. Let's start cleaning things up. First of all, let's take all of these. Now let's remove them from the surface vertex group. Now we can start cleaning things up. All right, now we can go ahead and apply the second solidify modifier. Now let's start cleaning things up. All right, there we go. Now we can go ahead and adding the extra loop cuts in the middle of each of them, so we can create a nice bump in the middle. Now let's take those edges. Now let's remove them from the surface vertex group. So remove. And let's get over to about here. Now let's hit Alt and S and shrink this out to about something like that. I think should be good. Let me just get to the top and take all of these and deselect everything we have below. Now I'm going to press G and Y and move this out just a little bit. I think I'm going to do the same thing here. So take both of these, deselect everything else here. Let's press G and X and move it out to about there.